I am the disabled guy with the disabled life. This podcast is going to be about disabled issues and other things that interest me and others from the disabled community. I did this so that people understand what we go through in life and what we do, because a lot of what we do, it is interesting. I am also going to talk a little bit about ADA and things of that nature. It's something that's very important to me and something that I learned a lot about when I did an episode. I'm going to talk more about it. Okay, this podcast it's going to come out at 10 p.m. Saturday and Wednesday. So, at so that's when that's that's when I think most people listen. Most people listen at night or have the episodes there for during for the daytime. So, let me stop this. Okay, I'm sorry about this noise, but I have an air conditioner running in the background, and it's a wall unit, and I can't help it. It's too hot in Florida right now not to run this thing, but I'm here. I know I missed an episode on Wednesday. I missed episode Wednesday because I wasn't feeling well. I had a bit of a cold. It's but here I am. Today's episode is about disability and how I feel people perceive us out in the street. Some people will stare. Some people will stare. Some people will look at us in a weird way. When some people think that we can't talk, just because some of us can't talk, but most of us can. Depends on the disability. For example, I have a little bit of left side weakness. I walk with a walker and I use wheelchair for distance. So that is me. There's other people that do other things, have other things. Some people have something as simple as a limp. I know somebody that does that. I know other people that are completely spastic and live in wheelchairs. So each one of us is different. We are not all the same. And just because one can't talk, someone else can talk. Just because someone can't walk well, without aids, other ones like me, other ones can walk. Some need wheelchairs, some don't. Something I found that's interesting is the people. Hold on. The wheelchair aid, the wheelchair transporters don't know how to deal with us. One time I had one where she was running down the gateway to get us to a plane, and I had to say stop. I need a island chair. She didn't even think about that. She didn't know, but she should have asked prior to that. And I've told this story before on the podcast. I had one that was standing there, waiting, and I said, "What are you waiting?" I said, "Excuse me, what are you waiting for?" And she's like, "I'm waiting for somebody to help me lift you." I'm like, well, no. In my case, you don't need to do that. In my case, I can transfer myself, and I did so. And that worked for me. But that's what I'm saying. People need to not generalize us, and they need to They need to treat us like people and then talk to us, find out what it is that we need or want, find out how to help us, how to get us on that plane. It is important to me to tell you these experiences. I've had them, and luckily I've never had a wheelchair break, but I've seen and heard of other people wheelchairs breaking on airplanes. Could you imagine that when you're on vacation and this happens to you? Oh no. That would be terrible, because what could you do? And some, like for example, me, I can be uncomfortable in a wheelchair, but I could, I could um, use any wheelchair, any transported wheelchair. But what about those people that have special seating and special inserts and all that stuff? They don't know. They can't just sit in any wheelchair. That's something I know, and it's something very annoying to deal with because could you imagine if your wheelchair was broken on an airplane? Could you imagine what people think and what people don't know? Um, so it's funny because people don't know how to handle us, and they don't know how to talk to us. They don't know. Some people don't know how to talk to us, and then like a normal human person. Some people talk down to us. They think that we're not smart and stuff like that. And I just we have learning differences like I do, but that doesn't mean that I'm dumb or stupid or anything of that nature. People just treat us like people, and that's how we want to be treated. Treat us like that, and that's something that we need, we want. And this is the episode that I thought about today. I hadn't known, honestly, I hadn't thought about knowing what I was gonna do. I've started feeling better, so I decided, okay, it's time to get back on there. But it is hard. I'm hoping to have guests soon again because I need that. I need to have more guests on around, and I need to do more, have more stuff and interact more with podcasters. It's something I love, and I love doing podcasting. It's something that's given us a voice. So I'm gonna be here on this is what, Monday, Tuesday. So I'll put this one out tomorrow, and I'll have another one for Saturday on the regular schedule. It is important to me to keep it up the way it needs to be, and I feel that if we make a commitment to, if we say we're going to do something, unless we get sick or something of that nature, I think we should try to be there and do those things as we say, because consistency to me is important. I honestly didn't feel, I felt bad that I didn't have an episode for you this past week, but things happen, life happens. With that, let me say thank you for holding on with me. Thank you for listening to my episodes. My episodes will come out Monday and Wednesday. You can listen to me on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and many others, including iHeartRadio. The reason I've done this podcast is to give people a voice, because I think that the disabled community is missing a voice, but I am in a unique position of being able to afford minimal equipment to do this. I'm going to give you my email address. My email, if you want to contact me, is ke4key@gmail.com. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, at The Disabled Guy, and a few other places where I put my episodes out on Facebook too. With that, thank you for listening. I am the disabled guy with the... Let me come back up here again and say thank you. Thank you for your support. To me, it is really important for that support to continue. And I'm here. And I'm here for you and I'm here to tell you what it is I'm going through and what it is to live as a disabled